Welcome to the Turnbuckle with your hosts, Killer and C. And welcome everybody to another episode of Killer and C's The Turnbuckle. I am Chris.
This is Caesar, and once again, we're here continuing our top 100 wrestlers of all time. Today, we're doing 40 through 31.
That's right. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty of things here. We're going to have a lot of WrestleMania main eventers in the next groupings.
Yep. A lot of crossovers, too. I think we'll have a crossover count is going to keep on climbing at this point.
That's right. We had a few crossovers last time, but not as many as we thought.
We did. Not as many as we thought, yeah. So, we did have a few last time.
Yep. We're really going to
But if you like this content of us doing this top 100, please feel free to subscribe for us. Subscribe, hit that bell for notifications.
We love it.
And yeah, like the video.
Yeah. And send us a comment about how much you love it or what you didn't like about it. Like, I don't know. Somebody too high or too low?
Chris going to put Dominic Mysterio? When is he going to put Dominic Mysterio on his list? Let us know in the comments.
It's almost like we're playing a game of chicken. Which one of us is going to put him first?
That's correct.
Or ever. It's gonna be a fun list. Let's just get right into the top 40 and let's hear your number 40.
Yeah, 40. I think this 40. This is his place. I think it's possible he goes higher. I don't see it happening. I really like this wrestler a lot. I think he's a good staple on today in the modern landscape of wrestling. I like the presence he brings. I like the movesets, even though he borrows movesets from a lot of his favorite people, which I like. But I really like Damian Priest. Damian Priest is a great wrestler. Yeah, can't say anything bad about him, really. I think he wasn't booked very well this past year in 2025.
Agreed.
But I've said that in our previous stuff. Former world champion. Yeah, I really like Damian Priest.
Damian Priest is a good pick. He's former world champion. He's got a great moveset. He uses a lot of other people's moves. Less than other people do, though. I mean, there are other people that use just copy everybody's moves and everything.
He is copying other people's moves. I think a lot of people copy people's moves. It's kind of the nature of the business.
It does happen.
A spear is not original. A lot of people can do a spear.
Well, no, not everybody can do a spear.
Yeah, everybody can do a spear. All it is a football move. You get that from football.
That's right.
It's pretty much a tackle.
They just tackled somebody. That's a good move.
Yeah,
it's a good move to tackle somebody.
Damian Priest. Great wrestler. Number 40.
Starting off strong right here in the number 40.
Yep,
I like it. I'm going to start off strong too. Some people will probably think a little too strong, but I wouldn't, because I think this is a good spot for this guy right now compared to all the wrestlers I've seen in my heydays. This guy is injured. May make it back by WrestleMania. He is so freaking good. He is Seth freaking Rollins. My number 40. I put him right here. Go ahead. Tell me he's too low.
I'm not gonna tell you he's too low. I think he started off that was during your dark period stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I really like what he's done.
I think for you, this is kind of where he's at. Yeah.
Yep. Maybe if he wouldn't have gotten injured, he might have gone a little bit higher. I don't know how much higher, but he should be back by WrestleMania, in my opinion. We'll see. He had that major injury with some surgery and stuff there. Had to drop his title back in 2025. And then, so lots going on with him. Seth Rollins.
You weren't a big fan of him faking the injury as well, right?
I wasn't a fan of them trying to fake us out with it. I don't mind him faking an injury, but they made it, I don't know. I guess maybe it was that they fooled me. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way they fooled me.
Yeah. So I've been following Seth for a lot of his career. So he might appear higher on my list than he does on yours. It makes sense where he is. Like I understand where you have him on your list. I think I think Seth Rollins is like maybe the modern day Shawn Michaels. Um, with his wrestling ability, it's hard for him to have a bad match. Like he has good chemistry with a lot of people.
True.
Um, yeah, Seth Rollins, good pick.
Yep. Former
Yeah,
all champions.
I think 40 for you. I think that's about right.
That is. Thanks.
You know, I haven't said any Shield members yet, but you've used all 3 Shield members already.
I have. The Shield
But
is
you gotta remember,
complete.
I love this. I love the Shield. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I love the Shield. They're probably gonna be higher on my list.
I
They
believe
might
it.
be. Yeah.
That's what I figured, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I put them where they needed to be, and now you're going to put them where you think.
I'm gonna put them in the correct spot.
Well, let's not go
So-
crazy.
Just like I'm putting this person in the correct spot. Number 39 is a tag team partner with Damian Priest. The Terror Twin herself, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley puts on some fantastic matches. Rhea Ripley has a great presence for her. She's probably the most popular female right now, female wrestler on WWE. Maybe their biggest name right now, Rhea Ripley.
For sure.
I think this is where she is at for me, around the in the 30s. She could maybe go higher. She's also very young, so she still has a lot in her career left, which is great because you need to start establishing stars for the next 10 years. I'm always on that, and I think Rhea Ripley establishing her right now was or previous years was a great idea. She's had some
Perfect.
fantastic matches with Charlotte Flair and Io Sky. Yeah, so yeah,
Everybody.
Rhea Ripley. I prefer her better as a heel. I liked the heel Rhea Ripley, but she's very over with the fans. You can't deny that.
Hard to make them a heel when they're over with the fans the way she is.
Yeah.
100%. Great pick. Good pick. I like it. Interesting where you got her, but then you know what? You got her where you got her.
I do got her, and I've watched her from the beginning, back when she was completely blonde, back in the May Young Classic tournament. Me and my father watched that.
I've watched.
Yeah, she was completely different character than she is now.
Oh yeah.
So I followed her entire career, even when she was on NXT. So yeah, I think I have her in the correct spot, where for me anyway, because I prefer others over her, other wrestlers over her.
I definitely enjoy her enough that I actually did go back and watch a lot of her other matches that were like when in her blonde period. I've seen some of those, and
yeah,
I'm
she's definitely grown too. Like her wrestling ability has gotten better as the years have gone by.
Oh yeah, and she's clearly gotten stronger physically. Like you could see the transition from when she first started to now too. It's like, well, okay,
yeah,
which is crazy because it's only been like 8 years or something for her, maybe 8 to 10 years,
something like that. Yeah.
So Rhea Ripley,
My number 39, Rhea Ripley.
good pick. Glad to see her on the list. Glad to see it. It's good. Is she on my list? I don't know. We'll have to.
She's gonna be higher.
We'll have to.
I thought her and Alexa were gonna be could breach your top 10. That's what I think.
Well, we'll just see what happens.
I was shocked about Alexa Bliss in the last episode, so I might be shocked about Rhea Ripley. So I thought both of them were in your top 10.
I like to shock people, so we'll see if we can shock people here.
Yeah.
This next competitor here starts with an R, just like Rhea. So this was a match made in number 39 land. I don't know what to call it. No, this guy was snippy. He was loud. He was obnoxious. Everybody would say he was rowdy because it's Rowdy Roddy Piper.
This is when I was talking to you, Chris. Remember I told you there was one wrestler from the Golden Age that I completely forgot about and would have made my top 100. This is Roddy Piper. And I knew he was going to be on your list. I completely forgot about him.
And we just talked about that too.
I was telling Chris before we recorded like the previous episode a while ago. I was like, there's this wrestler I just remembered.
It was just,
and I completely,
Hmm.
You know what I remembered about him? I remembered him when I was doing the thumbnails. When I was making our thumbnails,
Oh, you
he's
saw him?
in the very first one. I was
Yeah.
like, shoot, that's right, Roddy Piper, and I completely forgot. He would be on
Oh,
my list. He would be on my list. He's not because I forgot to put him on there.
I feel like I should move him up just so that he's like in a better position that equals both of us. I know you wouldn't. You might not have him as high as I do, but just to move him up since you forgot about him. I feel like, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to do that. He's number 39. He's a WrestleMania main eventer. He's had a lot of. He had a Piper's Pit, which was amazing. A lot of people have mimicked that over the years because it's really cool content usually when they have something like that. And
Mhm.
he was just always very good on the mic. He was always loud. He was always
Yep.
crazy.
That's what I liked about him. His mic skills were great. Yeah.
Yep. And his in ring ability mimicked his mic skills almost to the T because he was loud and crazy in the ring too. So
Remember that main event, Halloween Havoc, with him and Hulk Hogan?
you had to bring that up. You had to bring up that Halloween Havoc.
Yep. I did bring that up.
When I felt like the most interesting thing about that match was the fan interfering.
Yes. That wasn't their best moment. I'll say that.
Nope. Nope. That was definitely one of their weaker moments.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but
But Roddy
Rowdy,
Piper is a great pick. He would be on my list if I remembered him. I only remembered about him when I made the thumbnails putting Roddy Piper on there. Totally forgot about him. But he would be on my list, though.
fair enough.
I'm pretty confident in it.
He should be. He should be on everybody's list,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
38.
38.
Um,
Let's hear it.
I'm surprised. I think should be a WrestleMania main event. We talked about it. We couldn't think of if he main evented or not. I don't think he did. I preferred the masked version. You know, the masked version that happened in the Attitude Era. That's my guy Kane. The other half of the Brothers of Destruction. Yeah, Kane is
Yes.
just a cool character. Had a really great storyline with the Undertaker, obviously. Going fighting each other at WrestleMania 14. Has other great storylines. His storyline with Daniel Bryan, his tag team with Daniel Bryan is like legendary. Team Hell No is great. Corporate Kane was an idea. Was an idea.
Yeah.
That was towards the end of his career. In the Hall of Fame, rightfully so. Kane, very fun character. I loved his choke slam. He had one of the best choke slams off a ladder I've ever seen. Um, yeah, Kane, 38.
Kane. That's a crossover, by the way.
It is a crossover. I did forget to say that it is a crossover because you had Kane earlier on your list, so I thought he was too low.
Just a little bit too low. Not too much. It's only like, I don't know, 10, 15, something like that. Not much. So
Yep.
Kane's a good pick. You can't be denied. And we both like the masked Kane better, it sounds like.
Yep. I think Mass Kane was the best. Yep.
Yep.
And I really liked his tag team with Daniel Bryan. That was some fun stuff.
Oh yeah. The yes no.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Team
was
Hell No was really
no.
fun. Yeah.
Agreed. My number 38, we're moving on, was a WWF competitor for quite some time in the 80s, 90s. He left for a while. He was in WCW until after the Bret Hart debacle in 97. He is a Hall of Famer, I do believe. No, maybe not. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. He is Ravishing Rick Rude.
Oh, Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yep.
I completely forgot about this guy, but he went to make my top 100.
That's fair.
So I don't think I think I've only seen like 2 of his matches in total.
Yeah, and one of them was at that SummerSlam of '88.
Yep, that's right.
So it's hard when you watch something like that to put somebody where they should be.
Yeah.
So, no, but he's been WCW United States Champion, Intercontinental Champion, NWA Heavyweight Champion. He was Hall of Famer, as I said. He was DX's bodyguard at one point, and
Yep.
then uh, he abruptly left DX when the whole debacle with Bret Hart happened. In fact, he was the one guy who has actually been on 2 shows at once,
At the same time.
same time.
Yeah,
Yep.
because Raw was taped. Yep.
Raw was taped, and that played really well into WCW's "Watch Us because we're live" spiel.
Yep. He also wasn't, yeah, because he wasn't on contract with WWE. He was just there, like, verbally. They didn't have a signed contract with him at the time.
Yep.
That's why he was able to do that.
Which is a terrible idea, but
It is a terrible idea. Yeah. They learned, you know.
they learned they don't do that
You
anymore. That's for
learn your
sure.
lesson. Yep.
Yep. So
First
Ravishing,
person to be on both Raw and Monday Night Nitro on the same night. Yep.
yeah, practically at the same time. I think they were on like maybe 20 minutes apart from each other. Like
Yeah, something like that.
it was crazy. That was amazing. So my number, what number are we on? 38.
38.
Ravishing Rick Rude.
37. It's time, Chris. We've been waiting for it, right?
Yep.
You know what we've been waiting for? To get on that train.
Oh no. I knew this.
Oh, yes.
Bad dates were coming.
Train. Where are we going? To see Dominic Mysterio get that world title. That's what we want to see. And that's a train that we'd be riding this entire way. But we won't get to Dominic Mysterio if we don't have his dad in the top 100 list. So this is Rey Mysterio going in at my number 37. Not Dom, but Rey Mysterio. The lesser of the two Mysterios. So
What?
Rey Mysterio, great competitor. I think he's won. I know they gypped him out of one of his world titles. Reigns was a transitional title champion and lost it right away to John Cena on the same night he won it, which I hated.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely hated that because I liked Rey Mysterio a lot. I didn't want to see Rey Mysterio go through that. Rey Mysterio's been in a lot of places. WCW. We have to talk about his WCW reign when he was there at the cruiserweights, killing it with the cruiserweight division over there. We just watched his match with Eddie Guerrero, which was phenomenal for Halloween Havoc. It's really fresh in my mind, so that's also probably why I ranked him as high as I did here in the 30s.
It's one of the only good matches from that one.
Yes. I was excited for that because I knew that match was there. So I was like, hey, this is going to be good because that match is highly regarded.
Yep.
But he's had fantastic matches with a lot of people, even more with Eddie Guerrero. He had a lot of chemistry with Eddie Guerrero. He even fought for custody of Dominic Mysterio at SummerSlam.
I would have let him go. Just let him go.
Yeah,
you can have him,
Eddie. That was a great match. We had Rey Mysterio. He's had great matches with Dom himself at WrestleMania. He's had great matches with a lot of people from the Ruthless Aggression era, which is my era, which is kind of when he got really popular. He was very injured prone, so he did get injured a lot during those things. I really liked his triple threat match with him, Randy Orton, and Kurt Angle. They had a really great triple threat at WrestleMania 22. Was that WrestleMania 22?
Yeah.
Chicago.
Yep.
But I know they had to cut part of the match for time, so it was only like 10 minutes. And it's like the most 10 minutes of athleticism you've ever seen. Like, it moved so fast, that match, because they only had 10 minutes to do it.
Yeah.
Because of time.
So they pushed hard. Yep.
It is really good. It's like some of the best 10 minutes of wrestling you'll ever see between those three. Him winning the world title there. Yeah, it's really good. It's a very good match. I enjoy it a lot. I like how he dresses up like superhero characters all the time. He does some of that cosplay stuff. I think that's cool. Yeah, Rey Mysterio, phenomenal character. Still going at his age. He's still putting on great matches. That has to be rewarded. He's been going for a long time. Like, Rey Mysterio could be the GOAT, to be honest, because of how longevity he's been in the game.
30 years. At least 30 years.
Yeah. I know he started really young. Like, he was very young when he was wrestling for ECW and WCW. But yeah, Rey Mysterio. He also did some stuff with Lucha Underground as well. during his time away from WWE. He was in also in All In, very first All In pay-per-view
Mm-hmm.
um, as well, which launched AEW. But Rey Mysterio, um, one of those classic characters you have to have on a top 100 list. We haven't got to the other Mysterio yet. My number 37, Rey Mysterio.
Maybe the other one's not on the list. Maybe he's not on the list. That's why.
We
Makes
on
sense.
that train, Chris. They already know we on the train.
I mean,
We
maybe
on the train, Chris.
maybe we're not talking about him because he's not on the
And we
list.
talking about the future. Every list we have somebody from the future.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
there's a
Or
lot
at
of
least I have.
future. There's a lot of future coming up, and we don't need. You know, he can be just set to the wayside. Let's put it that way. He's no Rey Mysterio. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's right. He's better than Rey Mysterio. That's right. I told you he's the lesser. Rey Mysterio is the lesser of the Mysterios. So we have Rey.
Why don't you
number
tell us in the
37.
comments, everybody, if you agree with that Rey Mysterio is not as good as Dominic? Come on. Why don't
I'm
you
saying
tell us?
Dominic's the future. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. We know what you're saying, sir. Rey
I was really
Mysterio.
young too. He can have a just as big as career as his dad. With how young he is.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We shall see. That's all I got to say about that. Rey Mysterio, great pick though. Rey Mysterio's great competitor and amazing athlete. So good for him. Very well done. On to another great competitor and another fighter that's been around since back when Rey Mysterio started. I don't think he's around anymore because I haven't seen him in a while. He might still be wrestling, but just not anywhere I've seen. So he might be out in Japan again. It is Tajiri. Tajiri is my number 37, 38.
Tajiri, this high on your list?
Tajiri, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. He was great.
This high. In the 30s.
Yes.
Chris, we in the 30s. We not in the 60s no more.
Have you seen Tajiri? How great he is? Have you ever watched all his matches? This man was very agile
all
in
his
the ring.
WWE matches.
Yeah, then you would know he was
also
multiple champions. He was tag team champion with Eddie Guerrero and William Regal.
Yep.
He was cruiserweight champion multiple times. U.S. champion. So many different championships, and then he was over in All Japan as the TV champion. The sixth, they even had a weird championship where it was like 6 guys or something. I don't know what the heck was going on half the time.
Like a 3-man team, like 3.
Yeah, that's might be what it was.
It's like a tag team, but yeah,
it was
6-person tag team matches. Yeah,
the man's been around. He was a glorious competitor, and he did a lot of work over in Japan as well. I mean, he's Japanese as far as I believe. So there's nothing you can't say about Tajiri's work in the ring. His mic work was always interesting because he didn't know a lot of English, but that's okay because you know what? You don't always need to have mic work when you can fight really well in the ring. He's had a couple good matches with Bret Hart too. I mean, the guy was 1 in 100. Number 37.
He's okay.
He is okay. He's okay, just like the rest of our list. He's okay. Until you get to the top 10, where he's the greatest of all time. But he's not the greatest of all time. I'll give him that. But Tajiri was a fine work of art, especially in the 90s.
You told me you had some WrestleMania main eventers.
Yeah, I did. And we still haven't gotten
through
them.
2?
I had 2 so far.
Had 2 to start with. You started with 2 bangers and then you went down to Tajiri. There's no way. Okay. There's no way Seth Rollins is less than Tajiri.
Yes, absolutely.
And Roddy Piper.
Tajiri was a fine quality wrestler in his time. It's just not his time anymore. And Roddy Piper is Roddy Piper.
Piper.
If you don't like Tajiri, you're not going to like my next one.
I understand Roddy Piper because we just watched that Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, you know. I need to watch some of his better stuff for a little bit to get him back up. Because, you know, I
understand. I understand with Roddy Piper. That makes sense. Because after that Halloween Havoc stuff, yeah.
Like Roddy Piper could move up a little bit if I saw some better stuff lately. Because he had a great,
Uh,
he was great. But Jerry, man, he was underrated and underutilized. And I think part of the problem was he didn't speak a lot of English. And
yeah,
unlike
that
today,
usually sometimes hurts. Yeah.
yeah, like today, they're able to find a way to make that work, which is great.
Yep.
I appreciate that. I enjoy that. I just don't think they did in his when he was wrestling. So number
Oh,
30,
right.
37.
Number 36 is what we're on.
Yep.
In the comments, please tell me if my 36 was a main eventer of WrestleMania. I think they were during my dark period in the pandemic. I'm not 100% sure on this though. So in the comments, let me know if he was a main eventer. And that's my guy, Drew McIntyre. I know he won the Royal Rumble and fought Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, but I don't know if that was the main event or not. I think it was, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, Drew McIntyre, I think is an amazing heel. I don't like how he was booked in 2025 as well, but that didn't lower his rating or anything for me. In fact, I think he's low, but there's so many other people's names that I love that are just a tad bit higher. And some of those can drop down, and Drew can go up a little bit. But Drew, I think, is a phenomenal heel. He could be the top heel of the company. I love his trolling stuff that he does on Twitter and
Instagram.
social media.
Yep.
I love it. I like his one shirt that says "Bored at Work." I love that shirt. That shirt is so funny. It's hilarious. Uh, yeah, Drew McIntyre. Like I said, I didn't like how his 2025 was booked. He had the best rivalry in 2024 with CM Punk in the company, and yeah, I really like Drew McIntyre. I like his finisher, the kick that just comes out of nowhere. I like finishers that just can come out of nowhere, and I like his
The Claymore.
Claymore kick. Yeah, just fly out of nowhere, and I like that. Um, Drew, yeah, I think they need to build him up a little bit, but yeah, Drew, love Drew. He's in my top 100, number 36.
Number 36, Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
Good competitor. Great wrestler. Underutilized. I agree with that. I agree that he was underutilized in 2025.
I mean, he held the pandemic era, like he was champion during the pandemic era, but
Yeah.
I wasn't watching during the pandemic era. That's the problem.
It was really weird during the pandemic era. The
Yeah.
little bit I saw, like, it was just really odd. Trying to get pops when there's nobody in the arena is just weird.
Oh yeah, it's hard. It's hard to do.
Agreed.
I remember him coming in. He was the chosen one by Vince McMahon and stuff.
Yep.
And he had the whole chosen one gimmick for a while until eventually that went nowhere. He was IC champion and he was a tag team champion with Cody Rhodes during that time, but it kind of went nowhere. And then he went to Impact or TNA as it is then now, and rebranded himself and yeah, came back even stronger. Drew McIntyre,
There you go.
probably one of their bigger names.
One wonders if he became so big because he was tag champions with Cody Rhodes. I mean, working with Cody Rhodes makes you big. Just saying, he's a great worker. Just gonna throw that out there.
Yeah, we all know how much you love Cody Rhodes. We do.
I don't know.
We
What
get
you're
it.
talking about. I don't know. I was just throwing it out there. He should be named every so often.
Just like Dominic.
Well, let's not go crazy. More so than that.
I think they get mentioned on almost every video.
I mean, you did. Cody Rhodes is so
It's
over
not like
that he
that's
doesn't need
purposely
to be
designed, you know. Is
named.
Cody Rhodes your next one? Is that why you bringing him up?
Nope. Number 37. No,
I was about to say.
36.
I was about to say. I think you have for you. He's too low for you. For you. Yeah.
No. Well, for me, who knows if Cody Rhodes is even on the list? I'm not.
Oh, he
I'm
is.
not sure.
Everybody knows he's on your list. Everybody does.
Nobody
You don't have to
knows.
lie to. You don't have to lie to the audience. They already know.
No. No. I don't know where he is. I forgot even where I might have put Cody Rhodes, if he's even put it somewhere. But let's go back to 36 here before I get confused again and talk about Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, we're on 36.
Now this guy is probably one of those underrated guys again, just like Tajiri. But he is one of the pivotal points and one of the top managers of his time. He also did a lot of wrestling and was tag champion. He's a Hall of Famer. He was one of the first Hall of Famers, class of '96, if I recall. His name is Lou Albano.
I mean, I have no clue who this is.
Lou Albano, he was at WrestleMania and worked with Cyndi Lauper a decent amount. He was part of the reason why she got into the WWE, WWF, and was at like WrestleManias and all that because he knew her. Um, like I said, he was tag team champions. He did a lot of wrestling in tag teams for a little bit, and then he became mostly known as the Head Shrinkers manager. That was
I know who the Head Shrinkers are. I know who that is.
And you remember their manager, the guy who always came out with them? No, well that's Lou Albano.
Head Shrinkers.
He was just a great manager, a great a decent wrestler of his time. Needed to be known and given his spot as somebody who did a lot of good stuff from the 70s to 90s. It's Lou Albano. It was so good, his stuff, his work with the Head Shrinkers. Like, he was a great manager for them and really put them where they needed to be. And they went on to do great things in WCW after they left WWF.
Oh, I thought you were going to be done having people I didn't know on the list.
I thought you would know who Lou Albano was. You know about his tag team that he was with. I don't understand how you don't know who he is.
I don't know who he is. Yeah, I've never heard of this guy before.
All right, well, he's one of the few, I guess. I think this should be the last one then. I was surprised that you didn't know.
Last? Okay.
I was surprised, honestly, you didn't know who Lou Albano was.
No, I don't know who that is. Yes.
So
that's your 36?
That's my 36.
34. Not 34. 35.
Let's not skip. Yeah.
Yeah, let's not skip. 35 made John Cena tap out. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to jump straight to it. I really like Gunther. I think Gunther has some phenomenal matches with people. Like during the tournament, he had some great matches during that John Cena tournament. Even before then, when he was Walter, I've seen some of his matches he's had with Ilya Dragunov in NXT UK. Very good. Back then. Yeah, he put on some great matches. WrestleMania 39 with Drew McIntyre and Sheamus. Had a classic there, triple threat. He's had some great matches with Sheamus.
He had a great match with Solo Sikoa.
Yeah, in that tournament, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody he fought in that tournament, he had a banger with.
Outstanding matches, I agree.
Yeah. Gunther is also with CM Punk this past year. He had a great match with CM Punk at SummerSlam.
Yep.
He's had some great matches. Like he is definitely a ring general for sure. I really enjoy it. I think he's going to go up on my list. This is where I have him right now. But I've been really enjoying Gunther in the ring.
Yep.
I was getting a little stale of him. But I already made my list before I felt stale of him. But yeah. I don't know. I've been ever since he made John Cena tap out. I've been rejuvenated with Gunther.
You know, that's funny considering.
Yeah, it's
funny that considering you also were opposed to him having the match against Cena because he didn't need it.
I know. I didn't want to see. I still don't think that was. I would have preferred if it was still Carmelo Hayes or like an Oba Femi or somebody like that.
Yeah,
I think I would have preferred that more. Still, I still stand by that. But I like that he made John Cena tap out. I do like that.
I agree.
I think that was the correct decision. Established stars, protect the future. You know.
Yep.
That's what you should do. I don't think you need to lose your last match. I think you can still win your last match. But I think this was the better option to do. If John Cena tapped out previously, we haven't seen John Cena tap out in 20 years. If he tapped out in between that 20 years, this wouldn't have mean anything. So right. I think this is probably the better option to do. Or was the better option to do. But yeah, Gunther, I like Gunther. I think he's good. I think he's gonna go up. He just keeps on having if he keeps on having phenomenal matches. Even he can even bring up that jobber. That jobber, Chad Gable, he made me like Chad Gable and get him onto my top 100.
There you
It's
go.
because of Gunther that Chad Gable got on my top 100.
Gunther raises athletes as he beats them.
That's right.
That's great work.
Yep.
So
So Gunther, my number 35.
Gunther's a good pick. I see him going up everybody's lists. Great competitor right there. I agree. All right. Now we're back to people you know. Guaranteed.
Hopefully.
If you don't know this guy, you should just quit this show. I will tell you that right now. If you don't know this guy, we'll just cut. We're done with the series right now. This will be the end of it.
It's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Nope. This guy spins around like crazy all the time because he is the inventor of the spinneroonie. It's Booker T.
Booker T. Okay.
I'm not even
I know
gonna,
who Booker T is.
I knew you knew. You can't. You got to know who Booker T is. Man's on NXT right now. He was on LFG. If you watch any of that, I know my co-host does. Booker T, WCW Heavyweight Champion, WWE Heavyweight Champion.
5 time. No, get it right. 5 time. 5 time. 5 time. 5 time.
5 time WCW Champion. He is WWF World Heavyweight Champion. He has been tag team champions in WCW. I'm trying to think if he ever had the WWE tag team champions because he in WCW was with his brother.
Oh, he was a tag team champion with Goldust.
With Goldust, that's right.
Yeah.
How'd I forget? Goldust. Yes. He's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
He does great work at the commentary table.
2-time Hall of Famer.
2-time Hall of Famer because he went with his brother too, right?
Yep, as a tag team.
Yep. Oh man, can't say nothing but good things about Booker T. Booker T is just great on the mic. He's great in the ring. He's great on the as a tag team. Great as a singles competitor. I'm just trying to think of anything bad about him.
Booker T is one of those people who was very adaptable. Like he can be goofy if you needed him to be goofy. 100%. He can be serious when you needed him to be serious.
Yep.
I think he was very versatile, which made him why I think he out of everybody who came from WCW to WWE, I think he had the best career out of all those people because
100%.
he was so adaptable and willing to just go with the flow and do things that and I think that makes him memorable in a lot of people's minds. Yeah, he has a school, so he's definitely big on helping the next generation because he has his own wrestling school, and he's really big in make the next generation going forward.
Agreed, 100%. Man, he's everything. He's just great. Tell me, I just said that. I just changed up his words because it made more sense, but. You know what I'm saying.
Yes.
So
you didn't have to tell people that. People understood what you were doing, Jay.
Look, I'm concerned that sometimes people don't understand what's going on.
What?
Not you. I knew you'd get it, but
yeah.
So, like I said, I knew you'd know this guy because it's Booker T, and everybody who's a wrestling fan should know Booker T. And if you do not, please go watch some. Watch some old
one of
stuff.
The best versatile and adaptable wrestlers. Like I said, he was one of those people who always kept jumping, comedy, goofy.
Yep. Watch him as the King of the Ring champion. It was hilarious after he became King of the Ring winner.
King Booker.
And then he brought in
his when I started watching, that's what his persona was for a while. Yeah.
Yep.
Back in 2006. Yeah.
So my number 35. Booker T. I have a feeling, I'm not sure, we'll hear about him some more later again. Maybe not, but
34. 34 is a very mainstream person now because they transitioned into movies. So they're seen a lot, especially on Guardians of the Galaxy. But this person was a main staple during the Ruthless Aggression era, which is the era that I started watching. So he was one of the main inventors during that time, one of the big people. And that is the Animal, Batista. Yeah, I really like Batista. Very fun. He came back for a little bit. He got booed. They thought he was gonna get cheered, but he came back as a face, but people still booed him. So they had to reverse and turn him heel midway through the whole WrestleMania debacle, and then have Daniel Bryan in the main events as well. and it was cool because we got a little reunion of the Evolution during that storyline.
Yeah.
With him, Batista, Randy Orton, and Triple H, and Ric Flair. Yeah, I really like Batista. I think his storyline with him turning on Triple H and winning the title was really good. He won the Royal Rumble after they accidentally fell out, and then they ended up winning the match after that. And
Yep.
going on to WrestleMania, beating Triple H 3 times in a row. Triple H actually put Batista over, which was great, which they needed to do to establish him as a main event star, which they did. And I think they were hedging their bets between him and John Cena being like the top face of the company, between him and John Cena, because they both won their world titles at the same time. Um, and one was dominating on SmackDown, the other one on Raw. They were just trying to see which one of them was going to gravitate. I think Batista getting injured helps John Cena become big face of the company, because he got injured in his first title reign. Batista did, and he had to relinquish the title.
Mm-hmm.
But Batista, I really like Batista. He had some great storylines. I loved his rivalry with John Cena when he was heel. I really liked Batista as a heel. I wish we would have saw more of that throughout his career. He wasn't heel for very much. I think, or as and the main event scene, I should say, as a heel.
Yeah.
I wish we would have saw more main event Batista as a heel. But yeah, that's what we got. Batista, big movie star right now. Dave Batista.
Dave Batista is a good pick. Probably would have made my list if I remembered him.
Oh, you forgot about
I
Batista?
did forget about Batista. He's my Roddy Piper, only from the newer age. I was like, oh yeah, that's right, Batista. I don't think he ever. That was a mistake.
I was surprised you don't have Batista on your list. Or you just forgot about him.
I just apparently forgot about him because I haven't seen him wrestle in a while. And when I made the list, I didn't. I for whatever reason, I just didn't think about Dave Batista. He would have made the list.
Yeah.
I think he would have been little. He would have been lower than this. Like in the.
Yeah, probably lower than yours. I can see him being lower on your list than mine.
Yeah, but still would have made it. I think. So, Dave Batista's a good pick. I like it. So, all right. Well, now we're off to my number 34. My number 34 has held many titles. If I were to
How
try
many
and
titles?
if I was trying to remember, I think it
17?
might be 16 titles. 16.
You already had Ric Flair.
Yeah, but wasn't he 17? Oh, wait,
No, he was
never
16.
seen 17. So,
Yep.
my bad. 15 titles then. 15.
Okay, 15.
Yep.
Okay.
This is another Charlotte Flair. That's right. Got Charlotte Flair at 34.
I knew she was going to be on your list at some point.
Yep. And this is where I put her. She's great
She
in
may
the
or may
ring.
not be on mine.
Yep. She may or may not be. We'll have to see. She's a great singles competitor and recently has shown us how good she was as a tag team competitor last year. She really stole the hearts of everyone when she joined with Alexa Bliss and became friends. Or were they friends? I don't know.
This is the most I've ever seen her get cheered with that tag team with Alexa. That was the most I've ever seen her get cheered.
It was amazing.
She's
It
one
was
of the people that's
good.
Overbooked,
Overutilized, yeah.
Yeah.
You put somebody too much and people get a little sick of them, so I get that.
Yeah.
So this last year really rejuvenated her with the tag team with Alexa Bliss. Another great one if you catch our last list at all.
But you like Charlotte more than Alexa.
I decided
to
give.
I'm shocked because I thought Alexa was one of your favorites. I thought her and Rhea Ripley were going to be the two women on your list that can breach your top 10. That's what I thought. I'm still shocked Alexa Bliss is so low on your list.
I went with, I think what I decided to do with this was I looked at them both and I said, okay, which one am I putting where? And I said, I like Charlotte's wrestling ability more than Alexa Bliss's ability, but I do like Alexa Bliss slightly more with her mic skills and her character skills. But I went with the in-ring ability as I gave that to Nod. So, which could change. I mean, next year I could be like, you know what? I really like her ring skills, but you know what? Alexa's really just I loved her character too much, and it might switch. That's why they're so close. They're like a tag team, if you will, that are very
No, you don't have
close
next
to
to
each
each other.
other.
There ain't no tag team. There ain't no tag team.
They don't
They're
need
not
to
even
be.
on the same
They don't
list.
need to be
They're not
right
even on
next
the
to
same
each other.
list.
They're like 5 apart, dude. They're like 5. They're like 6 apart. Okay, they're so close. See,
No
I
one's
like
gonna
tag
remember
teams.
Charlotte and
Don't let
Alexa for
anybody ever
being a
tell you.
tag team. They're gonna remember for their singles career.
Oh, I'm gonna remember their tag team run,
They had a great singles career. Both of them have.
and they had a stupendous tag team run, which may or may not keep going. Who knows? Or come back.
So,
Charlotte Flair, she's
yeah,
great.
I just Charlotte Flair deserves to be on the top 100 list. Number 33.
Yep.
Number 33 is a crossover with you, Chris.
There it is.
You had this. I don't even remember where you had this person. Probably have too low.
Must be the 90s.
No, this person was back in the Attitude Era. They were a tag team during the Attitude Era, though.
Oh, okay.
And then they transitioned into a singles career. They had a decent singles career, but Vince McMahon put a ceiling on this guy, like a hard ceiling on this guy. So he never was able to break out of that mid card division. He eventually went to TNA. Had a great run at TNA, becoming their world champion. Eventually, he does come back to WWE, but still had that ceiling like locked in. Eventually, does win the world title, but only because his best friend got injured, and he was more of a transitional champion. And they gave it to Randy Orton. He had an amazing feud with Randy Orton. It was one of my favorite feuds. But if you haven't guessed it, this was 2011. This is Christian, who I really like Christian a lot. I think he had. I'm thinking of him as a singles career, even the tag team stuff, very fun and cool. But I think, like, if he didn't have that ceiling, like he could have broke out and been a pretty big main eventer. I think just had that ceiling brought down on it by. He can only go raise so high, and then someone just pushes him down.
Yeah. Well, AEW, he broke the ceiling. He was a main eventer in AEW. So
yeah, he's doing great stuff at AEW. I really like his work at AEW.
Yep.
Christian, yeah, he's always gonna be one of my favorites. I don't ever see him coming back to the WWE. I think there's no reason for him to, unless he wants to get inducted to the Hall of Fame, which he might do when his career is like over. He might sign a Legends deal.
Agreed. Yeah,
but
I can see that for sure.
Yeah, I know his WWE career was cut short because of concussions. Obviously, he went on to AEW, is doing some great stuff over in AEW. But yeah, I really like Christian. He's having a great time over there. Still wrestling to this day. Like I said, he's from the Attitude Era. Crossover with Chris. I'm not exactly sure which number Chris had. I probably can look it up actually, but I know he had him way farther back.
Way farther back. It was in the 90s.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's always. They're all in the 90s. No, it's
I don't know if it was the 90s.
69.
69. We had him at 69.
Yep.
69. So I had him a little bit higher, but that makes sense because I really liked Christian as a single star. But yeah, that's my number 33.
Yeah, I liked him as a tag team more. But I did like his single star stuff too. I mean, he did well as a singles, and in AEW, he's just blasting off over there. So good for him. Well, we'll go to my number 33, who made a huge bang when he came into the WWF. He was in WCW before that. He was one of the most anticipated intros his first day, because everybody was wondering what
Chris
was
Jericho.
Yep, it's Chris Jericho running into his Y2J. We were all wondering. It was Chris Jericho breaking the walls down. Yeah.
Yep.
So, Chris Jericho, great competitor. His Lion Salt
Was also in a tag team with Christian, by the way.
Yep, they did have a tag team for a little bit. Wow.
Yep.
He's been tag team champions. He's been world heavyweight champion. He was the first undisputed champion in the WWF or WWE.
Yep.
So his accolades are tons. He's a rock star, technically. Although I've never heard any of his music, but I know he's got a band.
Never heard of any of it?
No. Well, his intro I think was part of his music was his band, I think. So I guess I technically have heard that, but I haven't really heard any of his music outside of his intro.
He was also the very first AEW World Champion.
Yep. So he has had so many accolades, and he was really good in the ring. He's the Ayatollah of rock and roller. He was great on the mic. And he also had a segment just like Roddy Piper. I forget what it was called. It was during the PG era, mostly. Do you remember what the name of that was?
During no PG era.
Yeah, some of it was. Or was it reality?
During the Ruthless Aggression era, he had it.
No, but then he had it still. Remember he brought it back in the PG era.
Yeah, he brought it back, but it wasn't just the PG era. He had talk show though.
Yeah,
like every era he was in, he did the talk show.
Not every era.
The highlight reel, wasn't it?
The highlight reel. That's what it's called. Yes, yeah. The highlight reel was a main thing of his. It was really cool. So Chris Jericho, number 33. I think he did a great job inside the ring, outside the ring. Fun guy. Chris Jericho.
My number 32 is also a crossover with you, Chris.
There we go.
We get into that crossover territory.
Yep.
32. You also had this person way farther down on your list. I think they deserve better because they won the very first Women's Royal Rumble. The very first. They've won Money in the Bank. They've won a title. They've always won a title. Every year they've been in WWE, they've won a title. Every year. Been there. They've won some type of either women's tag team titles or one of the singles belts. Person's highly decorated. This is Asuka. Asuka, one of my favorite heels in the women's division. I've always liked Asuka. She can really go in the ring. And I think she has done some amazing work. I really liked her undefeated streak down at NXT. That's when I started watching it because I was really heavily watching the gold and black version of NXT where she made her debut. And she just went on a tear, had some phenomenal matches with a lot of ladies, with Bayley and Ember Moon. And yeah, Asuka, really, she was definitely making my top 100.
Yep, I knew that she would. It's no surprise to me. I thought this is about where I would see her on your list. That makes sense. I thought she might break into the 20s. But I mean, she's super close, and she may be next.
I mean, these are all big names. These are the names coming up, Chris. They all like, yeah.
Yeah, you got a lot of names that I had earlier that you think are big.
Yeah, that are big. Are big.
Well, I mean,
I think big. Asuka won. Let's go over Asuka's accolades.
Let's go over her accolades. Okay, Royal Rumble winner. Good job.
Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank.
Titles. NXT titles. Tag team titles. She's won a championship every year she's been in WWE.
She's given
except for the one till she was injured for most of it.
She got a lot of accolades.
The only time she hasn't won.
But was she overpushed? That's the real question.
No, she wasn't overpushed. She was underpushed. She got buried by Charlotte Flair.
Oh, she's not buried. She's doing quite well without being underground then. She's doing way better than Wade Barrett being buried by John Cena. So, I mean, she didn't.
I mean, that is true. That is 100% accurate on that one.
So,
Asuka losing to Charlotte Flair at that, I forgot what WrestleMania it was. It was the WrestleMania that I like. This is like, I'm done with this. You know what I'm saying? That was one of the things that made me not want to watch it anymore. It was Asuka losing.
Okay. That was during my dark period.
And in her undefeated. Yeah, that was the end of her undefeated streak as well. So it's just like, I didn't want Charlotte Flair to be the one to beat. I would prefer someone like a newer star beating her. Even though Asuka was a new star and you needed to establish her on the new roster, she carried that undefeated streak to the main roster, but it was only like for a couple months because she came in and then did the Royal Rumble, won the Royal Rumble, and then lost. Her undefeated streak ended at WrestleMania. I think they could have kept going with that for a little bit. I think it would have been better. So I wasn't happy with how they brought Asuka in. So that was one of the reasons that made me like going to the
Well,
dark period.
I think part of the reason why they would do that is because they were a little scared that there might be people would start thinking she's the next Goldberg type character, and they didn't want to make it like she's undefeatable.
Well, she did beat Goldberg's undefeated streak.
But did she? Because he had like 300 wins.
Yep, she did over in NXT. Yep.
But
that's why Goldberg. That was one of Goldberg's complaints on WWE is that they had some Asian girl beat his word. Some Asian girl beat his undefeated streak.
But was it really beaten?
Yes.
I mean, it was a fake streak to begin with. Goldberg's so I don't know.
Was fake too. He didn't have that many wins.
That's what I was saying. it was a fake streak to begin with. So I mean, did it ever get really beaten? Because did it ever really exist? Did she really beat it, or is that fake too? I don't know what the longest winning streak in a row is.
Asuka and Bayley are two of the ones I think are like underrated. Like you gotta put a lot of credit towards them. I think they always get on the back burner, and I feel like people underrate them, even though they shouldn't be.
Honestly, I feel like Bruno Sammartino had the longest winning streak of anybody ever because he held it. He held the title.
I didn't say she had the longest winning streak. I just said she beat Goldberg's.
Well, right. No, I'm just saying if let's look at reality when it comes to Goldberg's streak and Asuka's streak here. Neither one of them really had a good one.
It would be 1 week. 1 week he would be at one number, and then it jumped 20 by the next week.
Like he had 20 matches in a week. I'm like
did he
sorry,
have
that don't compete.
I understand they did house shows.
Yes,
they did house shows in NXT as well. So like I understand that they did those house show stuff. But I was like, really 20? But like I don't know, it just keep on jumping. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it did. Yeah. I agree with you. I'm just saying. Now that since we're on the subject, I just wanted to point out that I think Bruno Sammartino actually has the longest winning streak of anybody ever.
I could see that. Because he held the title for like what 6 years?
Yeah, 2,800 days, and back then they wrestled way more often.
Yeah.
So I think, sorry Goldberg, don't complain about your streak being beaten by anybody because your streak wasn't real. Neither was. So,
but I really like Asuka. Asuka's a great competitor. Like I said, I feel like she's underrated. You always talk about the 4 horsewomen, but like Asuka was around the same time. Same thing with Alexa Bliss. They could be considered part of the same tier as the 4 horsewomen.
Yep.
But yeah,
good pick. I mean, I like her, and no doubt about that.
She made the top 100. She made it. Yeah.
Yep. Some people that may or may not have been named already in the last couple of minutes might not have made the top 100. Maybe they did, but we'll see.
No, if you don't have Bayley in your top, you did it. You already had Bayley.
Yeah. We'll talk about it after the show's over here.
Yeah.
That being said, my next person is, I will just quite simply say something to confuse you. 1 word, 4 letters. Take your kids out of the room for this one, though, because it's damn. It's Ron Simmons.
Oh, Ron Simmons.
Yep. I loved his APA. I cannot get enough of the APA as a kid. And I also watched him in WCW before that when he was heavyweight champion, I believe. Yep. He did a great job there. He was a fantastic competitor. I loved him with the Nation of Domination when he was in charge. And then somebody else came and tried to take over.
So someone took over. We already talked about that. We ain't going to talk about him no more.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about that anymore. NWA heavyweight champion. I would love to meet Ron Simmons one day. He seems like a fun guy and a nice guy from what I've seen and read and heard. So Ron Simmons deserves to be in a top 100. And that's why I'm putting him here at number 32, Mr. Ron Simmons.
Good pick. First African-American world champion. I like it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Great guy. Now I can't stop thinking about his catchphrase. 4 letters, 1 word. The first to do it. Although he didn't say that, but
I mean, it was a lot of he that was a big thing during the EG era and stuff. He would just randomly show up in the backstage and do that.
Yep, and then he'd walk away and he'd be gone.
Yeah.
So
My number 31 is also a crossover with you, Chris, from your last
there
list.
it
It
is.
was
I knew it.
almost, almost perfect crossover. And I gave you stuff that say I gave you trash in the last week that this person was too low, and they're only one list higher on my list. So you probably can guess who it is. But they have one of my favorite finishers, which is the RKO. And Randy Orton is one of the best.
Yep.
One of the best to do it. Like I said, he was in the main event a lot during my time of watching when I was younger. Um, I remember him main eventing with Triple H and having a stinker at WrestleMania. Um, so that's why I have him kind of lower on the lower end of all these big names, is because I always find like some of his matches are always a little slower. Always like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like it could be on the verge of being great, but they're not. He has a great finisher. He's pulled it off very many times. I think, like I said, one of my favorite rivalries with him is with Christian. I think they had great chemistry and had great matches. Also, I really liked his stuff with The Undertaker when he was trying to defeat The Undertaker's streak. I liked that stuff a lot. I liked the stuff with the triple threat match I talked about earlier with him and Rey Mysterio and Kurt Angle. I think that my match is great. He's had some great matches.
100%.
I liked it when I liked his match with Seth Rollins. Him and Seth Rollins put on a great match at WrestleMania 31. That was also one of my favorite RKOs that he's ever pulled off. They didn't think they were going to be able to pull that off, and they were able to pull off one of the best ones.
Yep.
I really liked his one RKO he did to Evan Bourne when Evan Bourne tried to do his finisher and he caught him with the RKO. That was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Randy Orton has done pretty much everything in professional wrestling except have a feud with Cody Rhodes, and yeah, so
Yep.
yeah.
And
I really like
they
Randy
had
Orton.
one match last year, but it didn't quite.
That match was good.
Yeah.
The King of the Ring, King of the Ring was good.
I,
I really like Randy Orton. Um, deserves to be on anyone's top 100 list. I can see him being in some people's top 10. For me, he's in the 31 just because I think some of his matches have always been a little slower to
yeah.
me. And he was also one of those people who was overbooked like John Cena was, to the point where you kind of get a little tired of them in the main event scene.
Yeah.
So there's like a little bit of that, but I really liked Randy Orton. I like his finisher. He has one of my favorite. I like the cutter. It's very innovative. Yeah, but
Get you
yeah.
anywhere.
31, Randy Orton.
And it's very realistic because if somebody actually like did something like that to your neck, you're definitely out. Because
Yeah.
you're getting the wind knocked out of you. That's a 3 count.
And some people can sell the cutter really well. Like,
Yes.
they can sell it very well. Yeah.
100%. Good pick. The only legend I don't think he ever was able to kill was the Undertaker.
I mean, there's a lot of legends he wasn't able to kill.
But
Can you really kill a legend?
I
Can you
mean,
really? Like, he lost to Hulk Hogan at SummerSlam too.
but he beat Hulk Hogan at one point. He did get a victory over Hulk Hogan. I remember that.
I mean, he never really ended their careers and killed their legend like Gunther has.
True. Yeah, he's no Gunther.
Yeah.
But he's up there. I agree. Randy Orton.
I didn't really care for the legend killer gimmick as much. I preferred he became the apex predator and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
That I really liked him like that. I also liked him. Most people I like more as heels. I actually liked him better as a face because he was more of an anti-hero type face. Which I really liked. I really liked him. I preferred Randy Orton as a face. Yeah.
That's fair.
As like the apex predator character. I preferred that version of his character. I didn't really care for the legend killer version.
Got you. Fair enough.
Yep.
Well, to finish off this list then, my number 23 or 31. I don't know why
31.
I'm gonna end a list at 23.
You're gonna jump high.
I'm like, see ya, everybody. We're going right to 23. Wonder who my number 23 is. Oh, I see why I wanted to be on 23. You're gonna have to listen to our next list to find out why.
Yep.
So my number 31, though, I was surprised as I was thinking about it, how high this guy is. I think he's had a stellar career. He's one of those bigger, quicker guys. It's Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe, yeah.
It's a crossover.
It's a crossover.
It's a crossover. I think one of the first ones I've had in a while with you. You know, where you've already had him on the list.
Yeah.
Samoa Joe. For everything my cohort said here about Samoa Joe earlier, I mean, he's been in TNA, NXT, WWE, AEW, Ring of Honor. He's been all over. And he's been all their champions pretty much. I think he's been the heavyweight champion in every show that he's been on. I don't think he's ever not had a title, right? I'm trying to think if NXT he had one, right? He was NXT champion. He's
one of the few people who's been NXT champion twice.
Yeah,
one of the few.
He was never the WWE heavyweight champion.
Yeah, he never won the WWE title. He always got. He was one of those people who the glass ceiling couldn't break through.
He got close. He got close, but never quite got there. That's the only title that's eluded him when it comes to the big titles. Maybe he'll still try and make a last ditch effort at some point, but who knows? I don't foresee that happening. But you never know. So my number 31, Samoa Joe. Great competitor, good on the mic, excellent in the ring. There you go.
Yeah, great pick, Chris. That's a good one. And it does bother me how high you had him or how low I had him. I think just having him on the top 100 is great. He deserves to be on there.
Yep. Awesome. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we've gotten through our 31 now.
Another list. Yeah, we're at 31. We're on the home stretch to WrestleMania right now. We're on the home stretch. If you like this content, please remember to subscribe and comment down below.
Yep. And don't forget to share us with your friends, because if you like the content, I'm sure they would too.
Yep.
And we love talking to people. So leave some comments.
Also, with our, go ahead and down below, there's our Discord link. Go ahead and join our Discord. And you can connect through us through Discord.
That's right. We're gonna have Discord available.
For
you to join and chat with us on a daily basis sometimes.
Yep.
And we're free. So now that we've spoiled that, we're gonna say that's a wrap for this week's episode of Killer and C's the Turnbuckle. Thanks for stepping into the ring with us.
If you enjoyed the show, make sure to hit the follow button, drop a review, and share it with your fellow wrestling fanatics. Down below, comment, when do you think Dominic Mysterio will show up on our top 10 list? Got another top 10 or past PLE you want us to break down? Email us at killercs@podcast@gmail.com.
Never is the answer when you're available on YouTube, iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music.